So I thought I would go over the second question of this learning check. So we are going to try to find the sum of this series. We could figure out all the numbers and add them up, and that would be really tedious. So instead, we want to use some sort of formula if we can. And what we know right now is we have an arithmetic sum formula. Pretty soon you're going to learn a geometric sum formula, but right now we have arithmetic. So first I want to check, is this actually arithmetic? So from -5 to -2, that change would be adding 3. And from -2, if I add 3, I get up to 1. This is indeed arithmetic, which means, ta-da, I can use my arithmetic sum formula. And that's where the sum of n many terms is the number of terms times the first term plus the last term all over 2. So that's what we want to do. We want to fill in those numbers. So I have a bunch of numbers I could fill in. I know my first term is -5. And I know my last term is 181. And I have my divide by 2. What's left is I need to know the number of terms. And then I can be able to find my sum. And that is not apparent from my thing over here. So I have to use another formula. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to use this and the sequence building formula. So another formula, if I have an arithmetic sequence, I know that the nth term is the first term plus the common difference and -1 many times, which should make sense. If you think about this right here, this second term, I took my first term and I added my difference once. And to get the third term, I've added my distance twice. So when I want the nth term, I'm going to add my difference and -1 many times. So now I can, again, plug in my numbers. I know my nth term is 181. My first term was -5. My common difference is 3. I'm going to do that and -1 many times. And now we just have an algebraic equation we solve. First thing we undo is subtract 5 by adding 5. Now you could distribute the 3 in and then add 3 and divide by 3, but I think it's easier right here if I divide my 3 and I get 62 is n minus 1. So then n is 63. And what I can do is that's the n that I needed right here. Now I can use my calculator and to do some calculations. You could do it by hand, but I think it's going to be easier to use a calculator here. And we get our final answer of 5,544. Hopefully that helps. If you have any questions, you should come to the Hangout.